Alright, here is a lap of Kota in the Haas, then around the last corner onto this main straight. It goes very sharply uphill at about this point. Alright, here is a lap of Kota in the Haas, then around the last corner onto this main straight. It goes very sharply uphill at about this point right here, and then you got to spot your braking for the first corner. You've got to brake just at about 100 meters out, get it nice and wide on the exit, then through turn 2, which is a long sweeping right-hander, and then this spectacular S's section. You got to clip that apex. Don't hit the sausage curbs here, but you've got to get the line right. You can't be greedy with the throttle either. All the way to the right there for that left-hander, and then all the way to the left for this right-hander, and then clip this apex, but don't cut it on the inside, otherwise you will invalidate. Then the run down towards the hairpin before the back straight. You want to brake again just before the 50-meter mark, I think, for that one. Then you run it out wide, and then the very long back DRS straight. And this one takes a while to get through, and you got a very tight hairpin at the end of it. Again, brake about 100 meters, and then into the hairpin, clip the curb on the inside, run out to the outside. Don't get too wide though, because there's not much grip there. And then again, clip the apex on the inside of the right-hander, then bring it as smoothly as you can around here. Nice wide sweep into this left-hander, down all the way to first gear for that one, and then bring it out to the left again, because you want to take the best possible line, the line of least resistance, through the quadruple apex right-hander, then into the penultimate corner again. That's a very, very easy one to cut, very easy one to extend on the outside as well, then through the last corner, back onto the start-finish straight, and that is a lap of Kota in the Haas.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is once again Tier 3 on Wednesday evenings with SLR live here on EGL, your extreme gaming league channel for all your live racing. Today in the commentary box is my great bro, it's Mr. Icewind. How are you doing, sir?
Hi Wimpy, and hi audience as well, ladies and gentlemen. Doing quite well, thanks. Looking forward to seeing this race. It's definitely one of the more difficult tracks, but should provide us with some great racing here.
For sure, man. Yeah, we're looking at today at the normal grid, but the biggest question is, can we see a champion today? That's the biggest question. But before we get to that, let's have a look at the tire strat today. Our tire strat seems to be the quickest possible is a soft medium, you reckon, or do you think it's the other way around?
Like, theoretically, if you think about track position, you want to qualify as high as possible, so you should basically qualify in softs. That's sort of a given on this track. But if you end up starting outside the top 10 and you get free tire choice, you might want to consider a medium soft strategy, because the softs in the first stint are very, very difficult to manage, and you can easily overheat them.
Okay.
So it's a tough one, but yeah.
Alright, we have a complaint about your audio being low. Let's have a look at it quickly. Sorry about the black screen.
Okay. Wonder if that's something I can do something about, but
There we go. That should be
fully better.
Much better. Thank you, Chief, for all the info on screen on chat. Really appreciate it. Right, so before we get to the tires, sorry, we spoke about the tire strats, but now our 3 reserves standing in for us today will be Dara, which you can see on screen. Another guy, Kulex. Where is he gone to now? There we go, Kulex. Also joining us today to make his debut, first Tier 3 race. We'll see how it goes with him. And then also we have back again, who's the other one? Who am I missing? Kebab. Kebab has done couple of races for Tier 3 already, I believe, and he's back for yet another, so Prix can improve with some great performance today.
Kebab is one of those guys. I was pretty impressed with him last night in practice, and he did pretty well. So he's shown some improvement, maybe a little bit of inconsistency still, but so we'll be interested to see what he can do today in the race.
All right. Just confirm everything is now fine on a line, sound-wise, myself and Iceman.
In the meanwhile, we have the first times on the board. There's Sonny on provisional pole with a 32.3. I think that's a pretty good lap from him. He's been kind of struggling on this track a little bit in the practice sessions, but yeah, I think that's a relatively good lap from him. It's his first run as well, so
yeah, sorry,
track
Danny, I
conditions
can
are not yet ideal.
see Danny saying all good Wims. Okay, thank you. There we go. Sorry about that, ladies and gents. But we are back to live action. So this is the biggest question, Ice. You tell me, what is going on here? Are we gonna see a champion today?
So effectively, if Crimsonium finishes 5th or higher, the title is his, and then basically what this picture is telling us is what Legion has to do today. So Legion basically has to finish at least 1st or 2nd, and even in those cases, it'll depend on where Crimsonium finishes. So if Legion wins this race and Crimsonium finishes 6th or higher, he will be the champion. And if Legion is 2nd, Crimsonium has to be 9th or higher to win the championship here today. So
yeah, so basically,
the theoretical chance is still there for Legion, but it's getting pretty slim by now.
Yeah, from what I'm looking at, if Crimsonium basically just finishes in front of Legion in the points, he becomes champion, right? It's
yep. And if Crimsonium finishes 5th or higher, in any eventuality, he's going to be the champion. So yeah.
Right. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Back to the action.
Yeah, and Sonny is still on pole. Flaw in 2nd with a 32.8. So we this is one of those tracks where time trial is generally quite a bit faster because the tire. Oh, and as I say that, No Threats loses it out of turn 1 and taps the wall on the inside. I don't know if he got damage. I can't get a better camera angle right now, but that's his attempt over at least. So yeah, what I was saying is that generally in this track, time trial is faster because of the tire temps and tire wear in general. So
yes, Sonny is looking to set the pace early on with a 132.3, a whole 5 tenths, about 4 tenths faster than Flo in P2 right now. So, but Flo is cruising back to the pits though, by the looks of it. Who else is on the lap? Let's see. Is it JQR?
I can't really see just a bit. Is Legion on a lap maybe? Yeah, I think so. He's just starting his lap, right?
This is gonna be interesting. Let's see. Here we go.
On board with Legion into the S's, so this is a tricky section to get right. You want to cut these curves quite a bit, and Legion chooses to avoid them quite a bit, so maybe just taking it a little easier there, and he's about 3.5 tenths up into sector 1, and then this is about carrying speed through this tricky chicane to carry all that top speed you get, running downhill toward the hairpin, braking at about, I think those are yards or whatever. We had this discussion in the middle of the week here, but that's why it feels like you can brake later, but those are not actually meters on the board. Anyway, Legion DRS wide open on the back straight, reaching about 330 kph, slamming the brakes, and then this is a very tricky section, especially without assists. Right, and then you have a sweeping slow-ish corner where you get the power down, and then once again slow down quite a lot and tricky on traction to get to the long right-hander. And Legion looks pretty good through here, and then we have the penultimate corner, carry a lot of speed through there. Once again a tricky traction braking zone into the final corner and onto the main straight. And what can Legion do? He goes first 32.3, so that was a good lap.
Yeah, he's
About
certainly
half a second better than his previous one.
yeah, he's proven that he's not gonna let this champion go that easy. He's gonna fight for it till the last race, hopefully. That's what everybody wants to see. We want to wait till that last race to crown the champion. That's always what makes it special and extra exciting.
Oh, yeah, and this, I think, like the Alfa Romeo boys I think both of them are playing on keyboard. So this is definitely a tricky track for the keyboard runners to manage on the first stint with those softs and the tire temps that are generally through the roof, even on a wheel.
As Crimsonium goes P4 with 132.5, 210 slower, not far off. So Crimsonium's got it all to do.
Goes first, 32 flat. That's a bit
wow,
of a
what a
surprise
lap!
to me. I kind of didn't count him to be up there today, but yeah, he seems to have good pace for this race.
Yeah, for sure. It is a pretty good lap.
What about JC? He's not yet set a time on the board. He's on a lap right now, approaching the final 2 corners. And JC has been very fast in the practice, so let's see what he can do here. And tackles the final corner on power very hard through there, and he goes fastest with a 31.8. This was kind of what I was expecting. I've seen him do a bunch of 131s in practice, and Neon Race actually 131.9 as well behind him.
Geez, so if I'm looking at the guys coming through, putting some fast times on the board, it's definitely going to look like a very interesting race tonight. Quite a mixed grid at the moment, as Neon Race goes P2 with a 131.9. It's about a half a tenth faster than Legion, about eighth of a tenth. But yeah, man, I think we up for some good racing here today. That's if the guys can hang on to the car and not lose it, especially through the SS part. It's a very, very tricky section. Not easy to be consistent on the slip.
The first stint are gonna be crucial for most of these guys,
especially
who
on the
can manage
softs.
the tires.
Yeah, those temperatures are very, very important. I remember my last race here. I was still on pay at that time, and it was horrific. I just couldn't manage the tire temperatures. It was bad for me. But now, luckily, I've moved on. So yeah.
I did a practice race last evening with some of the guys, and I managed 9 laps on the softs with a collar run under them. So yeah, you can do it, but you really have to be careful with especially through the S's. If you slide through there or lose traction, you're gonna be in trouble.
Alright, as we go with Daru. He's also he can also be fast. He's got some pace. I think he's just struggling a bit with that consistency, having to get a good lap over qualifying, get good track position. Like I said before, track position very, very important. I think he's struggling to be consistent during practice sessions, but yeah, otherwise in the races he's been looking alright, not too bad.
It's not been the best of starts for his lap. He's about 3/10 down from his previous best in Sector 1, so let's see what he can do in Sector 2 here, which we're about to hit in a couple of seconds, and Darrow is 3/10 down, so I wonder if he's just gonna pit and try and get another run in here.
Yeah, I actually forgot. Fleischer was being crew chiefed by Mr. Ocean Chief tonight, so, and of course Fortune Hunter as well. He's got his hands full today. He's got 2 drivers to please, so let's see what Team Ocean Chief can do today on track. Hopefully we'll see some good results once again. As Daru completely misses the pit entry. He just went straight into the wall. Completely lost his front
wing.
wing.
Didn't get disqualified there.
Yeah, as we are on board with Bowman. He's on the lap. No, he's coming into the pits, bailing. Who else is on the lap?
These guys are they just want to do one more run. I think there's pretty much everybody is just setting it up for their final. Shaka is on a run here on the back straight. We can maybe follow him. Shaka in P16 at the moment, and this is definitely one of those tracks which is difficult for no assists, which Shaka is doing. He's a 10th up, so maybe he can improve here.
Yeah, we saw him a couple of weeks ago, I think last week or the week before. He made his debut in Tier 1. He enjoyed it a lot. I remember his words, still saying that those guys are all demons, they're very, very fast. It's not easy. And yeah, I can surely agree with that. I would not want to be in tier 3 if I'm in tier 1 if I'm not on to pace. I'll rather stay in tier 3 or 4.
Cross the line, he does improve, gets a couple of positions up to P14.
P14,
so
okay.
It's
Well,
a very
lap.
tight field there if you look at it. It's like half a second from 14 to P8. So.
Yeah, as Team Motion Chief, Fortune Hunter is on a lap. With Flash River shortly behind him, starting his lap as well. This must be the final runs.
Up.
Let's see what Team Chief, Ocean Chief can do today.
Fortune Hunter at 10th up on the back straight on his previous best.
Hello. As we see Pemi giving us a hands up in chat. Good evening, Pemi, welcome. Glad you could join us for this race today. Hope you enjoy it.
Fortune Hunter still at 10th up, a little bit less than now, but we'll see if he could possibly maybe pip Bowman or Mossy Game in here with a good final sector. So Fortune Hunter coming across the long right-hander and then approaching the final corner. And he's out of ERS already, so that wasn't the ideal deployment for him, but he goes up to P8, so that was a good final sector.
Okay, let's follow Flash River. I'm also very interested to see where he gets. He showed some serious pace earlier on. Can he get another 210s? Let's see what is up off the sector 2.
About the 10th down in sector 1, so we'll see what he can do here. That doesn't necessarily say anything yet, but we'll see. He's about to come to sector 2, and he is 4/10ths off, so I think he's not going to do anything special here. Sonny. It's on a lap, but I think he's going to be behind somebody here.
As Flash River is really struggling in that last lap, I can see how he's fighting the core. I think he's gonna have to settle for P3.
Also out of battery already at that point, so that's is that a?
He's staying out, so maybe he's found some pace in the last sector. No, he stays P3 as it was 4/10ths off pace. Who else is on the lap? Sonny?
Yeah, Sonny is on a lap, but I'm not sure if he's been held up by this Red Bull ahead of him. So let's see, Sonny about to.
We have a yellow flag in sector 2-3. Sector 2 yellow flag.
Yeah, what is? I can't really see anything down there. Maybe somebody's just slowing down the straight, I think.
Yeah. Sonny's coming up.
Starts his final run as well. He's already on provisional pole.
Yeah, so doesn't look like Neon Race. No, Neon Race will definitely not come out again. He's in the pits. Legion also in the pits, and Crimsonium is over the line but stays P8. So the gap between Crimsonium and Legion on the qualifying grid is about 3/10.
Yeah,
pretty much.
And I think nobody can really threaten JC here for pole either, because he's the last car across the line, and there's pretty much nobody out there on a lap that could threaten him. So JC probably is gonna hang on to this pole.
Yeah.
And,
right, I think that's
so
pretty much.
So I think this is maybe for Legion to try and keep his championship hopes alive, because he basically has to get up to, what was it again? So Legion basically has to finish at least second to keep his hopes up, and it's looking tricky right at this minute at least.
Yeah, like Danny says, it's never clear in tier 3 who's going to win. You're absolutely right about that one, man, and that's what's making this tier so good. It's an open field. I remember in the beginning of the tier it was pretty much 2 or 3 way race. There was always between Legion and Crimsonium, and I can't remember the other guy. But now it's a total different story, man. It's a wide open grid. It's a lot of close racing. That's what we want to see. Sorry, guys, go ahead.
Yeah, JC just went across the line. He would have improved by a 10th, but he was invalidated across the line, so
alright.
He still gets pole.
So there you have your qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. We have JC on pole position with Neon Race P2, P3 Flash River, Sunny P4, Legion P5.
And championship leader Crimsonium at P9.
Oh, very important.
Who And if we would finish the race with these positions, Crimsonian would be the champ.
All right.
Interesting tidbit.
interesting little factor. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I think we don't have like graphics for what's the situation with the team standings, but I think Alfa Romeo is there also by about a 40 point lead. So, yeah.
Yeah, so here we go for yet another start at a tier 3 race. Excuse me.
Just to say it out straight away, that turn 1 here is very tricky.
Ooh.
It's a sort of a blind corner.
It's very blind.
And you brake uphill, and the braking distance is pretty short. But yeah, well, let's hope the guys keep it clean into turn 1, and we wouldn't want to see that championship.
Yeah, I'll tell you
sold that way.
From my experience, what I figured is a very dangerous in turn 1 is for the fact that when guys go completely wide to avoid contact and they turn in towards the inside, because the track is so wide, you do not see that someone is right next to you on the inside corner. Because it's very wide, you know, and all you know is you turn in, and the next minute you turn in right into someone. It's very dangerous. So that might be a tip for the rest of the guys and the rest of the tiers. Be careful and be on the lookout for that. Don't think because you're out wide you can turn in your clear and your arrows or your mirrors doesn't show anybody. It's a very wide turn 1. Be very careful through there. As we have a Williams. What the hell?
In real life as well. So
yeah.
Yep. Let's hope the guys can keep it clean today. And we have Team Bowman fans in chat again. I'm seeing a couple of those being thrown around there. So Bowman, where is it?
Team Bowman, where is Team Ocean Chief? They've been very quiet in chat. I think they are very busy working out a strategy to get Fortune Hunter his first win. I mean, not Fortune Hunter, sorry, Flash River in P3. So they've done good to get him right up there. And what the hell is happening on my screen? The Red Bull going all over
a Merc. Yeah, I saw the same thing. So something
that just looked very weird.
Something is very desynced right there.
Yeah. But yeah, yet another technical track. Coda, not one of my personally not one of my favorite tracks, but we'll see how it goes tomorrow.
Very distracting to look at that one.
Yeah.
It's Mercedes. Sonny is trying to mount Flash River. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. So, what can we say? JC pulling off a pole position after some disappointing races before, but
yeah, but he won last week, so
yeah, I remember, and that's when he started finding his form back again. So yeah, it seems like he's full back in action, in full swing, and I'm sure we can look forward to see him in Tier 2 very soon.
Yeah, and looks like JC has just found that X factor in his performance lately, so he's sort of the consistency maybe that was missing, because he was fast before as well, but never really quite able to pull it off in the races.
Yeah, this is a very long formation lap.
Yep, and they're going very slow around there, aren't they?
I see that. So we pretty much
kind of like tire maximizing or what's up.
They're already working on saving those tires.
Stopping on track here.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening, man.
I don't really understand that, because the tires really do heat up easily on this track anyway.
JC is going extremely slow. I think he doesn't want his tires to cool down way too long on the road.
While the guys behind him are also doing that, so
yeah, this is one thing I think we need to address in the future. Some guys do it purposely to let the guys in front's tires get cold while they're waiting on to start, as we have that Red Bull still climbing over the Merc.
Looks like I wonder if those guys are desynced or something, Flash River and Sonny, because I just see them like barging each other.
Yeah, let's hope not, man, otherwise it puts the whole grid upside down.
Yep, that's right.
Well, here we go. Ash, you want to take the start this week, man?
I'll let you do the honors. I'm not very good at it, I think.
Neither on me, man. I'm still trying as well.
No, you're great, so let's
come on. Stop it, you're making me blush. Let's try and find a nice camera angle. Oh, here we go. Alright, so we have 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it is lights. Not out yet. We're still waiting. And it's lights
Nice,
out,
there
and where
we
you
go.
go. We have a very slow start from Neon Rays and P2 Fleshro really passing him on the outside in the Red Bull. As JC's got a very, very good start, all clear around turn 1, and so far it looks good in turn 1. No major incidents. Oh, and we still got the Red Bull climbing over the Merc. Don't know what's happening there, but yeah, pretty good start through turn 1 as they go through the S's. With two cars glitching through each other, on top of each other. But yeah, I mean, it's really, really looking good through the S's. No incidents, no contact by the looks of it. So yeah, here we go.
Yeah, reasonably clear out there. I saw a little bit of argy-bargy at the back into turn 1, but nothing major. I don't see any damage on anybody. Neon Race didn't get the best of starts, so he's down to P4 from P2. And he's actually fighting hard with Flo there now, who is trying to capitalize on that as well. But yeah, what else? Fortune Hunter also lost a couple of positions at the start. Yeah. But otherwise a clean start so far.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I've not seen any incidents from what I could see, but yeah, JC...
Crimsonium up to P5, by the way, Legion down to P8. So
what happened there?
Completely turned around there.
That is a good start from Crimsonium. That is exactly what he needs to do. He just needs to finish in front of Legion to become champion today in
yeah, and
America.
He's running exactly where he needs to be, so if he's 5th or higher, it doesn't matter where Legion finishes, he's gonna be the champion.
Exactly. So yeah, pretty good start, man.
JC
Neon
already
Rays
1.3 in the clear.
Yeah, Neon Rays got a bit caught napping there on the start. I saw him at a very poor start off the line. Flesh River took full advantage of the opportunity and took P2 right away from him. But look at JC, he's already stretching the lead a bit. Almost to 1 second now. Oh, as it goes slightly wide. Very important not to get penalties through the section. It can kill you at the end of the race. Oh, and already, as we're speaking about penalties, look at that. Mozzie Gaming, 3 seconds.
Oh, yep, Mozzie's picking up where he started and ended in Mexico. He got quite a few penalties, so...
Yeah. Already on lap 2, he's got a penalty.
Out of the way in the first lap. And it's very clean so far, so I suppose that's good, but a little surprising. I would have expected to at least a couple of cars come together through the tight sections of the S's and stuff until lap 1, but no crashes at all so far.
Yeah. Good stuff, Tier 3 guys. Show them how to do it.
My gaps are completely messed up, it's saying...
yeah, mine too. I think this lobby is glitched. We hope not, but yeah, so far at least the position seems legit,
yeah,
I guess.
Let's see another lap, maybe it'll update itself.
Yeah.
JC anyway, running away with it at the lead of the race, already 1.5 seconds clear. And this is a little bit what I was expecting, because JC was driving more or less about my pace in those.
Yeah, as JQ are looking to make a move on Fortune Hunter, he's all over the back of this gearbox. He was thinking about it with the 2 turns back and then he lifted off, but let's see if he's gonna make a move towards the turn 1 with that wide corner. Yeah, I think he'll probably try and hang on and wait for that opportunity. It's like you said earlier, it's
running. Yep. Yeah, sorry. I was just about to say that Fortune Hunter is running pretty low aero. It looks like a pretty good top speed, so...
Yeah, that's what's making it even more difficult on this track, because the opportunities to pass a guy, it's pretty much, as far as I can think, it's only the long back straight, basically. And from there on, you're just going to sit and wait your way through and wait for a mistake from a driver if there's any other way to pass him, you know, unless you're taking some risks around the track. But yeah, tough track to pass, man.
It is indeed, and also the first starting straight is relatively short, even though you have DRS down there, up the hill there, but kind of short to really make any moves there.
Yeah, it seems like we got DRS.
Yep, finally.
Oh yes, we got DRS, it's open, as Fortunately looking to find a way past Kebab, but plays it safe, playing the patience game.
What I was saying earlier, Kebab showing some improvement here. He's actually running with the pack here in P12 and not really falling off, so...
oh, as Kulex makes a move onward up towards the inside on a very slow corner. That's good, nicely done by Kulex. Guy showing some skill on track. He had to lift off through that corner. What happened there? I think he slightly missed his line. He's probably running very low aerodynamics. Oh, the Ferrari also goes very wide.
Or then those tires are a little bit overheated, because if you
Probably.
overheat that left front, the car just doesn't want to turn at all.
Yeah, I remember that last year as well. Last season.
Big fights for P5 here, Crimsonium Flaw. They were almost side by side into the S's, but they lived to fight another day.
Oh yes,
Flaw still fighting hard there. I'm getting horrendous camera angles, but yeah, Flaw.
Yeah, it's not the best camera angles on this track, I noticed.
Yeah, Flaw is right on the back of Crimsonium here. Let's see, don't collide, guys. But into the hairpin, and I think Flaw is gonna get this move done. But Crimsonium, no, actually, he's not gonna get DRS. Flaw is gonna get that DRS.
Yeah, he went over the line before that.
Yeah, where's the detection point for that? I don't actually know.
Oh, you're asking me. I think it's just after you come out the S's, that top little corner to the left. I might be wrong.
John's having a peek on the inside, a little bit of contact with Crimsonium, but they get away with it.
Yes, they're running side by side.
Yeah, Legion is trying to send it on Crochon, and he manages to do that, I think. Or does he? Because now Crochons has the inside line for this tricky section, and they're still side by side. They've been side by side for the entire section, and I think I'm not even gonna say anything. Okay, Cross Jones manages to hold on to that position. It didn't look like that for a while, but he does. So.
Yeah, great stuff, and good respect between the two guys, leaving them each other a lot of space. Well, not a lot, but proper space to manage it around those dangerously high-paced, fast corners. Who else is having a nice scrap here? Crimsonium on the outside of the Force India floor. Come on, not Force India, Racing Point.
Battle for their lead, by the way, as well. JC has lost some of that ground.
Ooh, what happened there?
Lost River.
Do you know what this would mean to Team Motion Chief if Flash River somehow pulled off this today, winning Dakota?
I mean, Chief is never gonna let us off on that. He's gonna claim that victory for himself.
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens. We heard what our chief celebrated last week over the radio when he went over the line in what was it, 12? In Tier 4. He was super happy about that.
Yep. Sonny on Neon Rays. And is Sonny gonna make this stick? I think he is, because Neon Rays tries to fight it back, and they have a little bit of contact on the entry, but yeah, Sonny is true to P3. And Neon Rays is struggling a little bit here now. And they've, because they're fighting, they're also falling off the leading two. They still have to watch out after their tires, so it's gonna be tricky for Sonny and Neon Rays to try and catch to the leading two guys. And yeah, they seem to have a little bit pace over anybody else here, JC and Flash River. Flash River is really close here.
Yep.
Is he gonna try and make something here into turn 1? I think not, because he stays in ERS 0. He's just content to stay behind for now. And what else do we see? There's some kind of battle behind there. No threats and board up, and there's a lot of cars there. So I wonder if there was some kind of contact. I just saw like a lot of positions being swapped there. No, that's a bit of a send if I ever saw one.
Whoa, what happened there? I just saw.
He tried to say, he just completely missed his braking in turn 1 and sent it.
Yeah, he probably missed his pedal completely.
Thank God he didn't kill anybody there.
That was close. Yeah, that was a close call. But anyway, luckily he didn't kill anyone.
Yeah, Kebab into the pits, and he goes for the hard, so yeah. That's
yes, Kebab's going
a little
really
surprising.
slow.
I think you would really want to go on the mediums on this track, even if you pit early, but yeah.
As the two leaders are still very close to each other,
Yep.
Flash River hanging in the back of that Toro. He's waiting for that DRS zone, I guess. But like you said earlier, if the guy in front of you runs very low aerodynamics, it's so difficult to pass someone on this track, man. And
it's the DRS isn't particularly powerful even on the back straight, so if the guy ahead deploys and uses rich fuel mix, you can defend pretty well against even against DRS. At Velocity Gamer saying Icewind with the broadcaster's voice. You got that right, so
Really?
that is
That's
really
exactly
that,
why he's joining me on stream. He needs to make up for all the nonsense I'm talking.
No, come on.
As yeah, it seems like fresh level. I wonder if he's just, yeah, he's got 89% of ERS, so he's just charging it up, playing it wise.
Yeah, I looked at it. This is sliding a little bit in the assist, so both of them have to take it really carefully there.
Yeah.
And I think this is what he's doing. He doesn't wanna. He doesn't even want to overtake JC at this point because it wouldn't really do anything for him.
Yeah.
The tires, you have to be really careful on let's say lap 7, 8, 9 if you go that far on them.
Yes, Grosjean is very close to the back of Legion. Legion is right behind his championship rival Crimsonium, so this is where it all might happen. One wrong move and they might just spoil each other's race, and it can have a huge effect on the championship standings. So here we go, as we go on board with Grosjean. You will definitely not be able to pass Legion, as Legion's getting DRS from Crimsonium, of course. So
Legion at the moment not even close to where he needs to be to keep his championship hopes alive, which would be P2.
yeah,
And it's looking pretty unlikely at the moment, at least, that he would be able to keep it alive for Brazil. So at the moment, Crimsonium is doing everything he needs to win that championship here today.
Legion's gonna have to work really, really hard to save this championship from here on, unless something seriously happens, as we have a flaw pitting. I guess they're all going for that medium runs now to the end. 20 laps on the mediums, that's a lot asked. As Legion,
I think it's easy. It's definitely quite easy from lap 8 or something.
Yeah.
So
As
the
mediums
mediums are almost indestructible here.
Yeah, Legion running very close to the back of Crimsonium through the turn 1. He's catching up back to him. He's probably going to be thinking he's going to have to make a move down the back straight if he stays this close as Van beats. Wow! He almost went for it. Just imagine if they should make contact, both of them.
Crimsonium's tires must be cooking pretty badly there with that keyboard. So I'm seeing 110 degrees, I think, on the tires. That's very warm, and yeah, those softs are gonna be.
Oh, they make contact.
They get away with it.
Yeah.
But is Legion gonna overtake here?
He's definitely gonna go for the move. He's got it all. Crimsonium going strong on defense, but Legion going for the outside. He's going to be the latest on the brakes and going around the outside. Let's see if he can make the move stick, as Crimsonium runs pretty deep into the corner, but Legion still sticks with him side by side, and he takes the position. Nicely done, guys. Oh, as Crimsonium comes back at him and around the outside.
Think nowhere to go around there, or is there actually? Is he gonna still try and make it stick? And yeah, he's ahead still. So how did he make that happen?
Good driving by both of them. Good close racing. This is the championship right here, ladies and gentlemen.
There's Renault up ahead sideways.
Wow.
That's Neon Race, and are they gonna collide into the pit lane? Oh my
God. What is Neon Race doing? What is he doing? That was some close calls. Let's have another look at that quickly. I'm not sure, man, but let's have a look at the replay. Just watch. As they come out the corner, you could see that Renault literally standing sideways in the last corner, and they made contact in the pit lane. Wow. So that's a scary moment right there. Back to the action.
And they somehow got away with no damage there, so that's very lucky for all of them. But Neon Race has lost a lot of time there. And Crimsonium and Legion both decided to go on the hard tire, which is... It's very surprising to me, because if you get this far, you would definitely want to go on the mediums, but
Flaw is all over the back of Shaka. Flaw on fresh softs. What has happened there? Is he going soft, medium to the end? That's probably a two-stop.
Like.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah, definitely. He's playing a different strategy here today. It might work out for him, but let's see. I mean, the softs doesn't really last very long on this track. As he makes the move towards the inside of Shaka, makes it look easy, with a lot of space towards.
And generally, the durability of the softs, it's okay, but you can so easily overheat them. That's the problem.
That's the problem. Yeah.
So you could do like 11 or 12 laps on them theoretically, but the tire temps are the thing that. And Flush River actually pits, and JC has also pitted, so we've missed a little bit of this action.
Yeah. So this is going to be very interesting to see where Flush River comes out as JC comes towards the last corner. Turning in
JC's gonna have
onto
it
the main
easily.
straight. Yeah, I think he's done the undercut here, man.
And did Flash River have his wing change there? What happened?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Because Sonny is way ahead of him now on track after.
Yeah,
after
something
that
must have
pit
happened,
stop, so
or he must have served a 5-second penalty or something.
I don't think I've seen a penalty for him in the race director, so I think he must have had his wing changed. Maybe there was some kind of.
Oh,
damage
Ocean
that
Chief
we missed.
says he got a front wing replaced. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Chief. Team Ocean Chief on the double. Thank you for the update, sir. Live from the pit lane.
So JC is effectively leading this race by a pretty hefty margin, because if you look at it, Flaw is the nearest car who has pitted, and he is already about 6 seconds down the road.
Yeah, but the thing is,
JC, so
Flaw
JC
needs to pit again, though.
Yeah, that's right as well. And Sonny behind Flaw is the closest car to JC at the moment, and the gap is like 7 seconds or something. So JC seems to be pretty much in a league of his own here at the moment.
Yeah, as he makes easy pass on 8 JQR Dragon.
Yeah.
But let me see, where is Crimsonium? P10 currently is stopped and he's wing to hards. Oh, that's because he's on a keyboard. I forgot about that. So that's unfortunate for him. It puts him massively on the back foot due to the fact that he's racing on a keyboard.
He's still doing
it's
enough
just so
here
much,
because he is ahead of Legion. So
yeah, it's just so much extra on tire wear. Even when you're on a pad, same thing. Oh, where's the Merc? Goes slightly wide. I'll take your as he pits. He's into the pits for. I guess he would go for mediums to the end.
And laps on softs. Good job, those guys who did that. I would be struggling to do that.
We might have missed that. I see someone saying in chat. Flesher also got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane as he entered the pits. Yeah.
Oh,
so I wonder if he didn't serve that
didn't see
as
that.
well. So maybe that's why. But can you serve it? I think you can.
I think he didn't serve it there because you generally can't serve it if you enter the pit lane and you get it there.
Yeah.
So he's gotta have that.
Sunny is all over the back of no threads through the S's. See if we can make something from this.
No threats on those old mediums versus Sonny on fresh ones, so this should be a pretty easy move for Sonny on the back straight with DRS.
Yeah.
And yeah, look at that grip difference. So Sonny should be able to make this move relatively easily here. DRS open on the back straight, and he's gonna pick up that toe from no threats. And I think Sonny is gonna be easily through. Yeah, he's ahead of him already before the braking zone. So Sonny up to P5. And we have still 2 guys, or actually rather 3 guys up ahead on the road who still have to pit again, who are Mossy Game and Fortune Hunter, who are leading the race.
Sorry, I there's some action going on here between Flesh River, Neon Rays and Crimsonium. Crimsonium under massive pressure from Flesh River as Neon Rays tries to go around the outside of Flesh River. They're making contact. Oh, dangerously close to each other. Wow.
And they're still side by side through there, and I think Neon Rays is actually gonna get the move done, so yeah, so Neon Rays up to P9, and he, of course, yeah, along with Flash River, lost quite a lot of time in the pits, or rather, Neon Rays lost it entering the pit lane because he spun there, so
yeah, we've got to get some nice aerial views of the track. We're changed, the first and second sector, not the best camera views for spectator view, but we'll try and make the best out of it. As Flesh River
has got the pit, he's gonna be under pressure from these guys now.
Oh yeah, that's Mr. Shaka. But
Van Beats picked up a penalty, he is right there at the back of the field. And it's not a great day for the McLaren boys, who are, I don't actually know what's happened to Philoctetes, for example, because he's quite far along the road, down the road. So, yeah, McLaren boys running dead last at the moment.
Yeah,
after a good showing from them in Mexico, it's not been the best of races here at USA today.
Yeah, it's a very straightforward race. Not straightforward, but clean, decent race at least. As we have John Race trying to go around the outside of Shaka as they're making slight contact. This is a very dangerous part of the track to try and do an overtake, but he does. It's a kind of a send there, but it's safely done. So
Yep, you can do that with ABS, I think, but
I would not be happy if someone pulls off a move like that on me, man. I'm ready to turn in. That's also one of those corners that you have to be really wide and turn in late to
Yeah.
get a good exit, you know. And then
Yeah,
all of a
Shaka.
sudden, this guy's next to you.
Shaka was being extremely fair there. He could have closed the door, but he chose not to.
Yeah.
So Shaka now under pressure from Flash River on those fresh mediums, and I think Flash River is gonna make this move stick into turn one.
As
Yeah.
we get another update from pit lane, Mr. Ocean, you saying there's fake news being spread down the pit lane about 5-second penalty for Flash River. He says absolutely nonsense. He's got no penalties. He only had a front wing change. So
Race director begs to differ with you guys, but I don't know.
as we have the race trying to make a move on Crimsonium, it seems like Crimsonium's so much slower on those hards, man. But like we said earlier, he's on the keyboard, he's got no other choice than to going for that hards. But from where he is at the moment, he will become Tier 3 champion. So let's
because
see.
Legion is down in P12, so he's stuck behind all of those cars that Crimson has already cleared.
Yeah, so basically Legion has to win this race with Crimsonium pretty much almost out of the points. I think from 6th or 7th position onwards he needs to end if he still wants to be in the fight for the championship.
Yep, Neon Rays, did he make this move stick? Crimsonium chooses to fight it still, so they're still side by side through this tricky, slow section of the track, and Crimsonium is gonna have the outside line. Yeah, I think he's gonna have to give that one up eventually, yes. So Crimsonium down to P7, and Legion picks up a penalty as well, so it's looking ever grimmer for Legion's championship hopes here today.
Yeah, what else do we have? We have Sunny catching up on Floor in B4, so half a tenth down.
Sonny of course doesn't have to pit again. Flaw will definitely have to pit again because he's chosen to go again on those softs. JC in the meanwhile is just cruising away at the front. He's almost 8 seconds clear of Sonny, who is the closest car on the same strategy. Yeah, it just seems like JC has found a very good rhythm in the last 2 races, and yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's playing more into Crimsonium's hands is the fact that Legion is now stuck behind his teammate Mossy Gaming, behind Crimson's teammate. So this would play even more into Crimsonium's hands. So
I think we know that Mossy Gaming is one of those more difficult guys to overtake.
Yeah,
sure. And especially if you look at Legion's POV, there is 3 guys ahead of him. Out of 2 will also get DRS from the car in front. So yeah, Legion is a very difficult spot here at the moment.
Oh, as Grosjean passes Shaka.
Yep.
As he goes into the corner, nicely done, safe. As now he's after Grosjean. I mean, Flash River.
Door open a little bit for Legion.
Ooh.
Oh, and Legion really sends it on the inside. Is he gonna make that stick? I think not, because Mossy gets a much better drive on the outside there, yeah. Legion tried it, but was unable to make it stick. And Mossy has also stopped as well, so how did he end up ahead of Legion? I'm not sure how that happened.
Yeah, but I'm sure he will do some favors for his teammate to become champion today.
Yeah, is Mossy gonna send it into turn 1 here on Shaka?
Oh.
I think so.
Oh, he's going for it.
Yep, and yeah, makes it pretty cleanly through. So Mossy gaming up to P, and is Shaka gonna lose another position here? Legion is alongside him into the S's, and I think this is a recipe for disaster. Yeah, Shaka wisely chooses to back out of that one. So Legion is through to P10, but he's still behind Mossy gaming.
Yeah, some good racing by some guys on track. Good, clean racing. Lots of respect between each other.
Neon Race has managed to, and I think Flaw, by the way, has pitted again. Yeah, for those.
As Flash River is
mediums.
in the slipstream of Crimsonium, but Crimsonium obviously has got some DRS from no threats, as he's also going for the move on no threats, and he actually makes it stick and goes around as whoa. Flash River also hanging on to that battle. He's probably looking for a way as well to get through and not lose sight of that Ferrari. I mean, Alpha.
People are asking in chat how many penalties does JC have. He has 1 3-second penalty at the moment.
Does Fortune Hunter have any penalties? I guess I should ask the paparazzi down the pit lane. You'll get back
He
to us
doesn't
soon.
have any penalties at the moment.
Alright.
But Fortune Hunter still has to pit, of course, so he's gonna be... hard to say, but somewhere down in P10-ish, I think. Oh, and Flesh River makes a move on no threats for P6 and is true as well.
Yeah, nicely done. So, where is our championship leader and possibly the tier 3 champion at the end of this race? We're just over
Under
halfway.
big pressure from Flesh River at the moment in P5.
Yeah.
But Crimsonium hanging relatively well with those parts, which are not a fast trier on this track. Flaw picks up a penalty, but he's down in P13, so... Yeah.
Mr. Van Beet, we forgot to mention that this is his first race on wheel, if I'm not mistaken. He has made the move from pad to wheel, so well done to you, sir, for going in the right direction and not following Rumpy for 3 years before you make the decision.
Yeah, and
it took me 3 years.
Like, completely far off pace anyway. I mean, surely it's gonna be a difficult one for him, but
it's gonna take a while, I know.
Yep.
It's gonna put in those extra effort and extra hours on track, sorry.
And yeah, JC basically leading this race by 10 seconds effectively, because Sonny, or 11 seconds rather now. Sonny is in P3, but Fortune Hunter in P2 still has to pit.
Yeah.
So JC, I mean, he can even start just saving fuel and saving tires at this point if he needs to. Got about 10 seconds to lose on track.
Yeah. Alright, so...
I think well, Flesh River versus Crimsonium is probably the closest battle on track at the moment.
Yeah, I'm also looking through the name
behind them, No Threats, Cross Chance versus No Threats for P7.
As Philoctitus picks up another 3-second penalty.
Yep, all the way down in P17, so unfortunately out of the points contention for now for those guys. And Shaka also has pitted for those soft tires a little early, isn't it, I think, but you know, maybe he can make them work for 11 laps.
Yeah, as Grosjean's got DRS on No Threats going for the move on down the back straight. Will he get to the corner before he's kind of looking for it? He's going for the move inside, but No Threats still on his outside, trying to make the move stick there, but yeah, Legion still fighting hard for his position. He knows every car passing him makes his chances even less to fight for the championship.
Of the Ferraris, but yeah. Ferrari fighting hard there, and a bit of a dive, tried to fight back, and I think No Threat should pit this lap probably. I'd expect it. No, he's gonna go for another lap, okay.
That's weird, as Flaw is now all over the back of Legion. Legion under huge pressure from that racing point, but he's got DRS from his teammate in front of him, No Threat, so it shouldn't be too easy. And it won't actually be possible, as he almost made contact in turn 1.
Like Fortune Hunter, by the way, made the pit stop. He's down in P12, but he's going to be on those fresh softs now, so he has to attack.
Yeah, and, as Flaw almost runs into the back of Legion. He had this lift off big dump for No Threats that made a mistake in the SS in front of Legion.
Trying everything he possibly can to get him past No Threats here. And down toward the hairpin, is he gonna try and send it? Yeah, and they're still side by side though. But I think Flaw is gonna get DRS here, so he will probably be able to defend it. But also No Threats has DRS, so maybe not.
Ooh, they're running really close to each other. I'm getting nervous.
Almost running into each other there. And No Threats a little.
Oh, he loses it and he spins. Whoa, no. There was slight contact there.
That was the slightest contact.
Yeah, it reminds me of the incident between Vettel and Leclerc.
Yeah, it's such a small contact, and somehow No Threats gets turned around there.
Oh, let's have another look at that So unfortunate.
Yeah, so little contact and he just gets
As he just spins it around off track.
Yeah, very unlucky for no threats on that contact situation, and yeah, he's probably gonna pit now, right? Because he's not yet made his pit stop. Yeah, he's into the pits now, but yeah, he's gonna be.
As Fortunato is looking to make a way past JQR, and he actually makes the move stick with Mossy Gaming right in front of him. Nice move into turn 1, not the easiest turn to do some overtaking. But let's see if JQR can. No, I don't think he would be able to hold on to Fortunato. He's so much faster on those softs. The thing is, how long will the softs stay up and running before they overheat towards the end? Yes.
Looks like the podium runners are just basically set for this race. The gaps are very big up front. So what I was about to say, Flo is trying to make. Oh! And Legion gets a bit of a. I wonder if that was kind of lag contact there. And I think Flo is gonna make a move here for P7 on Legion. And yeah, he should be able to make this with DRS on the back straight. And also another fight at the background, we see Flo making that move. Oh. And Fortune Hunter also on Mossy Gaming, so Fortune Hunter on those fresh softs up to P9.
Yeah, he's absolutely flying through the pack now with those fresh soft tires. Being really vintage behind that wheel now. Let's see if we can keep that pace up to the end of the race. It's going to be very interesting to see.
JC still has only 1 penalty, guys, who you're wondering in chat, so just 3 seconds.
Yeah, he's just absolutely driving all on his own in front, having a stunning race. 12 seconds, almost 13 seconds up in the lead. It's an absolute dominant performance from him today.
Say earlier was that Flo looked to have like podium pace here, but strategy calls were not right from him today. So yeah, I think he would have been very close to something like P2 or 3 here otherwise.
Yeah, well, it was very close. Only Fortune Hunter.
Yeah, Fortune is probably gonna. He's gonna have to be careful with the soft stove, not to
overhit him. Yeah.
Yeah. And but he should be able to make this move on Legion on the back straight.
Yeah, for sure. As we approach the 75% mark in the race with only 8 laps left.
Fortune Hunter, I think he's probably gonna get this move done on the back straight, right? Yep. And he should be pretty cleanly through. Yep. So Fortune Hunter up to P8.
Nicely done, Mr. Fortune Hunter. He's a man on the move. Flaw next on his list at pink little racing point.
Just gotta have a look quickly on the other penalties in front. So Sonny has only 2 warnings, no penalties. Same with Neon Rays. Flesh River has that 5-second penalty, which might have been fake news or not, I don't know, but I'm just gonna go with the assumption that he actually has the 5-second penalty. Crimsonium has 3 seconds, Ross Johns has nothing, and Flo has 6 seconds. So
sorry, Ice Grosjean looking to make a move around the outside of Crimsonium in turn 1, but Crimsonium keeps it nice and tight and clean and holds the position for now. Now they're coming down to the SS. Grosjean will probably just hang behind him, charge his ERAs and take him out on the back straight, putting him another position closer backwards to Legion. As No Threats gets another penalty and Van Beets gets disqualified going the wrong way. What happened there?
See on track actually.
That is very odd. Van Beets being disqualified. The reason going the wrong way. Nobody knows what happened.
Yeah. I'm just providing some info here. So Bowman's Jeff is asking in chat how many penalties does.
Yeah, you need to get Mossy, Draken, Bowman.
Oh dear, Mossy has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so he has 21 or 24 seconds if I count that right.
Jeez, that's a lot.
So Dragon has 6 seconds and Bowman has 6 seconds as well. But Mossy Gaming has like 1 billion penalties at the moment.
So as the 2 highest gets closer and closer to each other, will there be team orders involved here as Fortune Hunter is the man on the move, so much faster on the soft tires, only 3 laps old, with Grosjean in front of him on 11 lap old mediums. Now the question is, will there be team orders, as Mr. Ocean Chief is in charge of this team, I believe, today?
And nothing on the main straight, I think.
Nope.
Fortune is gonna have to wait for the back straight, and that's gonna be troublesome if Grosjean can hang on to that DRS from Flaw. Shaka picks up a 3-second penalty as well, so gonna make his point efforts more difficult.
As Jack says in chat, Mozzie's got about 15 minutes of penalties. Alright, so...
I think he has 24 seconds if I'm right.
Yeah, that's almost a half a minute. Close enough.
Yeah.
As we're looking at a 4-pack pile up towards the back straight. Fortunato's got DRS on Grosjean, but Grosjean's also got DRS from Flaw in front of him. As Flaw's looking again to make a move on Crimsonium, but again he runs out of straight. But now he's going to try and think about the outside, and he thinks it towards the inside. Nice move, switch back. Takes a little bit of the corner with Crimsonium on the outside, leaving him enough space, and he nearly takes him out by going for that lunge into that slow corner. Nicely done, but it could have been so bad for Crimsonium should he have taken him out there. Would have been a huge impact on the championship, of course.
Yeah, Flaw of course has to make that move stick if he still wants to fight for P4. I think podium is off his books because of his 6 seconds of penalties, but
yeah. As Fortunato still behind his teammate Grosjean on P8. So clearly no team orders involved here. They will have to race their way through all the way. But if Fortunato can keep the space up and he can get past his teammate very quickly, he can catch up with Flaw and Crimsonium that's on so much older tires than him. But his teammate...
Are on 3 seconds of penalties, like Crimsonium, Grosjean, Fortune Hunter, all of them have 3 seconds.
Yeah, it's so difficult.
Flaw has that 6 seconds, of course, as well. So if they can hang on to that, that might be.
That might shuffle the grid a bit. Yeah. The thing is, Fortunato is trying so hard to get past Grosjean, his teammate, but he stays in the DRS of Crimsonium, and that's what's making it so damn difficult to pass him. But it doesn't look like he's got DRS now from Crimsonium, Grosjean. And his team is going for the lunge towards the inside, and he actually makes the stick. Oh, that was a late lunge. It could have been so nasty. And they're running side by side, the two has.
Absolutely no team orders here.
No, definitely not. I am shocked.
Yeah, that was a bit of a send from Fortune Hunter. He kept it on track, of course, so yeah, okay there. But yeah, Grosjean's made the switch back of that. So
yeah. You get those guys that would just not let you go, even if you're my teammate, they will not let you go. As JC gets another 3-second penalty, but
yeah, that's
currently
not gonna really
do
much because he's 14 seconds in the clear, so he can pick up another 2 penalties and still win this race.
Yeah. Fortunato must be furious now at the moment, thinking he's caught up behind Grosjean. His own teammate is costing him valuable positions here that he could have gone. He's driven such a great race so far. He's definitely one of the candidates for driver of the day, I must say. But speaking of that, let us know in chat, who do you guys think is driver of the day? Or who would you vote for driver of the day at this very moment in time so far? JC has been driving a splendid race, dominant performance. He's definitely right up there as well.
Yeah, Fortune Hunter has to make this move now because Grosjean is clearly out of DRS from Crimsonium.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much now or never for Fortune Hunter if he still wants to keep his hopes for, well, for the fight for P5, let's say. But I think he might be too far back to actually make this move, or is he gonna really send it?
He's got a bad exit again. He's gonna go for a send again.
Yeah. And locks up a little bit, and again the similar kind of thing as last lap. So yeah, just can't quite get the exit from that angle.
Yeah, people say it's late braking, but it's literally a split second. It's such a short, it's such a small margin between missing your braking point and getting it right, and it's not easy.
Grosjean's playing his cards absolutely right there. He knew that that's coming and just chooses to get a better exit out of the next corner and gets it back. So
Yeah.
Yeah, good racing.
As Dizoma says in chat, good to see the real has racing in this league. Of course, man, that's what we want to see. We want to see
Yellow
racing.
flag, sector 1, but I don't
See
really
anything?
see anything there. No,
So I think that's just maybe somebody going slightly off track or something.
Scrimsonium is still, Tracy is still on the Sunday afternoon cruise, all on his own. Fortunately gets a 3-second penalty.
Oh, that's not good for him.
Yeah.
Basically, probably seals his spot in P8.
Unfortunate for him, man. Just a fortune hunter.
Yeah, and Legion behind him has only 3 seconds as well, so yeah, Fortune Hunter is really gonna have to try and make this move if he
as Mossy Gaming adds another 3 seconds to his half a minute penalties. Yeah, I think he's probably just 1 or 2 away.
Probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So now he has 24 seconds.
He's very close to being disqualified from this race.
Yeah, I think 2 more and he's out.
I think Jeff by now should have given him the message saying that the stewards are not very happy with your on-track behavior. You need to calm down or you will face disqualification. Ooh, is it 2S nearly makes contact. This is the last thing we want to see in league racing. Having to clone the real life racing.
behind these guys, by the way, Bowman is right on the back of Mossy Gaming as well. And I think this is pretty much a scrap for the final points position. Mossy is of course going to be out of this game because of those that massive amount of penalties, but Bowman is trying to make a move to still go and fight for P10, I think.
Yeah, as he gets
out from the exit of on the final corner.
Yeah, he went slightly wide and lost some traction.
Yeah, he's gonna have to wait for the back straight.
Oh, Scrimsonium gets 3 seconds penalty, but that would probably put him just behind. Just behind.
It's gonna be close
Fortune.
to Legion, but I think just behind Fortune Hunter in this rate. But either way, Legion is nowhere near where he needs to be.
Yes, Bowman almost slided into Moser Gaming in the SS. It's so dangerous, these SS. You get it right, the guy in front of you gets it wrong, and you might just fly off track by trying to avoid him, like what you've just seen. You've almost just witnessed. What's the situation between the two Has boys? They're still racing at it.
I think Fortune Hunter is too far back. Those softs probably are a little gone at this point, so Grosjean probably has better tires almost by now. So Fortune Hunter looks to be set for. At the moment, I think he's gonna fall behind Legion with the penalty. So.
Yeah, he's only got 1 penalty. Zomer, only 1 penalty.
Flaw also on Flash River, by the way. Flash River has that. Well.
Starry gets another 3-second penalty.
Oh yeah, but Flo has 9 seconds by now, so he's pretty much out of this battle.
As we start the second last lap around with JC, probably almost on the back straight already. That's how. Yeah, 16 seconds. That is a massive gap. As Flo's very close to the back of Flash River, going into the S's. Will he try and make him do a move through the S's? No, he lifts off. Definitely not a place to try and pull a stunt.
Yeah, Fortune Hunter has 6 seconds. Whoever is asking in chat. And Bowman again trying to follow Mossy Gaming, but he's still been unable to make that pass on the other Alfa Romeo. I think that might be crucial for Bowman's charge for points here today.
Yeah, as Flo's really close to the back of Flash River. He's got DRS on him. He's gonna go for the move around the inside. Oh, there's contact between the two of them. Oh, it could have been so nasty. Flash River with a late kind of a slight move towards the inside. It could have been very, very nasty for the two of them.
You have to hold your line in that situation, otherwise it's very dangerous for the other guy there.
Yeah.
Was pulling alongside, and then Flash River maybe drifted a tiny bit to the left there, and yeah, could have been dangerous, but they got away with it.
Yeah, very, very, very tight. As JC started the last lap around Coda, 16.1 seconds in the lead.
Unless JC picks up 4 penalties on this final lap, he's set to win this race. Or something else weird happens, but I think nothing can stop JC here today.
No. absolute dominant performance. I'm interested to see what's gonna happen between the Hess boys down the back straight. I'm curious.
Close again.
They're very close.
Flash River also following Flaw here, but I think Flash River will just hold Flash River picked up a penalty there, so what does that actually do for that?
Ooh.
I think we're just gonna have to find out. I think he might have 8 seconds now.
Oh, as Fortunata completely loses it into the exit of the SS and spins around. That is the end of his tire life, I guess.
And those tires are
we
gonna
must
be...
watch out for the cars coming down the track as Mossig has passed him and Beaumont, no, there's another contact. What is happening?
Yeah, I think Fortune Hunter's tires are just completely cooked, so he can't really control the car.
Yeah, unfortunate for Fortune Hunter. I keep on doing that. But you can see he rejoins track and he tries to keep the car under control, puts the power down too early, and he slides slightly on the grass and almost takes out the who was it? Racing Point?
Bowman, I think.
Yeah.
So Fortune Hunter, unfortunately, after that.
As JC crosses the line and wins the United States Grand Prix with 11.1 seconds. Sunny goes over the line second. Neon Rays in P3. Flaw, will there be position change? Flash River takes P4. Wow, what a finish for Flash River. So Flaw P5.
And Crimsonium is the champion, by the way. I think this confirms it, right? Because Legion is behind him on track.
Yeah, that is correct. You are looking at our Season 4 Tier 3 SLR champion, which is Crimsonium. Well done, sir, and a big congratulations on achieving that milestone, I would say. Or achievement.
Bowman picks up P10, by the way. So in the end, good job from Bowman to snatch that 1 point.
Yeah.
And Fortune Hunter with the unfortunate loss of grip on the final lap ends up in P11.
Yeah, so let us know in chat, who do you think is our driver of the day?
I have like a couple of people in mind here. One is something that most people probably wouldn't say, but yeah.
Who do you think is your driver of the day, sir? What is your word? As Philoctetes comes over the line finally to complete the United States Grand Prix Circuit of the Americas. Tough track, long race. Final results, let's see.
I'm just trying to think for my driver of the day. JC, of course, with a brilliant, dominating performance.
If we look at chat, sorry, it's coming up saying Sunny driver of the day. We have Flaw driver of the day. We have Fortune Hunter with a splendid race as well. He did very well until the last lap. There were some other guys, JC, that won with a milestone. So, jeez, man, this is a tough call.
I think I would want to give it to Sonny in a sense because he drove a steady race from P4 to P2, didn't pick up a penalty, and just kept his head down.
So Sonny was the only guy with no penalties. That is truly remarkable, especially on Coda.
And like one shout out that I would really like to say, I think this is a little bit of a controversial one, but Kebab did a really good drive because we've seen him struggle quite a bit in the earlier races, and he's of course quite a few penalties, 12 seconds today, but he was up to speed. He was with the pack and finished the race in P14. So I think that's a good job from him.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 for picking that up, man. I must have missed it. So well done to Kebab for a good solid performance, man. Although you had 12 seconds of penalties, but like Icewind said, kept it cool and together. Nicely done. So it is time for interviews.
This Mossy game end up with 24 seconds. Yeah.
Right.
5G actually had 25 seconds behind him. So some pretty big penalty numbers today.
What a race, man! What a race. So
clean as well. I mean,
who do I vote for? So what is your vote for, sir? You going with Sunny?
Yeah, so I would say Sunny.
Alright, I'll stick with you on that one. I fully agree with you. It's not easy to not pick up penalties on Coda, and he's managed to do it. But
and an honorable mention to Kebab, just yeah, no points today, but just based on the fact that he was actually sort of with the pack and improved a lot from the earlier races. So that's my other pick. But Sonny, I would guess gets the first vote.
Yeah, so who do we pull in first, man? Are we gonna pull in the world champion for SLR Tier 3? Or are we
Let's
gonna
do
go?
that. Yeah.
Let's do that. I think that's the biggest achievement of today. All yours.
Oh, do I have to do that? Sorry.
That's alright,
Oh,
I've got
you
it.
did. Okay.
Mr. Crimsonium, firstly, welcome to this
Hello.
live interview channel. Big congratulations on becoming. Is this your first time? Correct me if I'm wrong.
It's
As
the first time driving a championship or first time driving getting a
First-
title?
is this your first time winning a championship?
It's the first time actually.
Wow. Well, very big congratulations on winning that Tier 3 World Championship with
Thank
SLR.
you.
That's a massive achievement, man. Something I can only dream of till I get old.
Yeah,
Icewind, what have you
thank
got
you
to
so
ask?
much.
No problem, man. You well deserved. You've done all your part in during the season, and it's paid off. 2 races
Yeah,
before the
thank
end.
you.
Unfortunately, we wanted to have a championship fight on the last race, but yeah.
Yeah, well, nothing going to plan. So I mean, Legion has done very well on this journey. So unfortunately, it would be another case if he won in Belgium. So the FIA took away his win, so to say. And if that wouldn't happen, I think Legion would way more higher than he now is. So I don't know. It's. I think I was very consistent during the season to get a few wins. Yeah, but I think Legion, if he really want to, he easily could fight back. I think.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the standings here. So it to me, at least, when I'm just looking at it quickly, is that the sort of the middle season you did very strong performances there.
Mhm.
P2, P1, P1, P2, P1, P1, P3. So that's I think that was the key for your success this season.
Yes. Yeah, well, as I said, I think last race, I was saying that my Asian and American season, the season part of the season where you go to America and Asian, those are my worst tracks, so to say. So at the end of the season, every time I've experienced it everywhere, like in this league, like in the career mode, that every time I were in this part of the season, every time I was bad, and during the European parts in the beginning, I was quite good. So I don't know what's wrong there, but it was enough to win the championship. So I'm totally fine with it. And yeah, well,
Big
just thing I want to say, Meth, if you're watching, and I hope you're watching, we've done it. I want to dedicate this title to you because you were so massive help during the season, and I think I wouldn't have won this thing without you. So thank you, Meth.
Wow, that is some big words to Neth. Look, well done to you, sir.
Yeah, well, he's really.
He surely heard you. He
Big
is in
thank you,
chat,
a
and he
big thank you
says,
to Lee, to Meth Luke, because he was every time there support me, he gave me setups, he gave me tips how to drive there, and he was the most time he was right, and so he was like a second race engineer, I want to say.
yeah, he's such a great lad. I wouldn't say personally know him, but I've spent a lot of time with him in voice chat and on track, and he's a really good chap. He's always trying to help and assist where he can. So yeah, congratulations to you, and well done to you,
Thank
Neth,
you.
for assisting Crimsonium there as well, guiding him to this drivers championship for Tier 3. Alright, that's it from my side. Ice, anything from you?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to come back a little bit to the race today. So it was a tough one for you.
So,
I think.
so wait. When we come back to the race, can we move Mose Gaming again?
Yep, I think we can take him here as well. So we've snipped Muzzy Gaming also into the chat here. He's muted at the moment, but I think maybe if he's there. So.
Here we go. Loomis
Yeah, but I
coming.
think I'll start with you, Krim. So it was kind of a tough one for you. I'd guess that the tire wear and the tire temps are really difficult on the keyboard, so that's why you had to go for the hard.
Yes, actually, I've drove many simulations before, and every time the softs were the problem. So every time a few laps with them, and they were quickly cooked and so worn down. So I don't know. It's America, so America's the same like I think France for me.
Yeah.
And it's in France is exactly the same. So as soon as I pitted for hards, everything was fine until they were worn down. I think like 50% or something like that. That's basically the strategy behind it.
Alright.
So yeah, well, but worked fine. So
And you did. I was just like following the race, and I kept commentating as well that you kept doing just what you needed to do, so you were ahead of Legion. I'm not entirely sure what happened to him to end up sort of so far behind there, but
I blocked him some of the time.
oh yeah, I knew that, but sort of how did you get ahead of him in the pit stops? That's what I kind of missed, but
I think he got a bad start because at the start before the first corner I was in front of him.
yeah,
I think
you had a
something
good
like that.
start.
I think that's so my focus was on Legion, so because obviously he's the guy to beat and to get past him as quick as possible because I know he's fast. I know he's fast, and to get past him is was necessary on this day. So to do that on the first corner, it's very good. But actually, after during the race, I don't know what happened with him. So. Music Gaming just told me you were behind.
Yep. Maybe moving to Mossy. You picked up quite a few penalties over there.
Yeah.
The track limits are quite difficult on this track, so tell us about your race today.
I think I have 1 or 2 time penalties caused by avoiding a collision. I think Philoctetes spun around in sector 3 and I had to avoid it, so let's see, maybe I will show the FIA, but that's not the important part. Yeah, I had quite a lot of penalties. I think I ended up P15 or so. Yeah, I tried to get some points, but yeah. That's it.
Oh wow!
Okay, race, and maybe just to look at the last 2 races coming up. So we have Brazil and Abu Dhabi. What do you guys think about those tracks?
I think Brazil is a quite okay track to drive with a keyboard. So, but
not so much tire wear around there.
Oh well, it's more like, for me the European races I said are very comfortable on the keyboard. You can easily drive on keyboard and do everything as you got a wheel. But I don't know. Brazil is like something like that. So
also, Brazil is I think gonna to rain, so maybe a wet race, and then it's more difficult.
Is rain enabled?
You'll never know.
Today
man.
It wasn't, but
be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Oh, I jinxed it now.
Yeah, be careful. It doesn't take a lot to be jinxed. Ask me, I know. Anyway, guys.
Yeah, but anyway,
side.
So it's just maybe the final thoughts. So we have to actually move on to the next ones. So on the man, I've closed up all the tabs that I had open. So on the constructor side, what's the situation there? I think you guys are pretty close to securing that as well.
I don't know. I didn't have calculated, so I think Haas is behind us, and I think they got a few points on us.
Yeah.
Don't they?
It's a 40 point
I'm
gap.
not sure because Fortune Hunter spun on the last lap and ended up outside the point.
Yeah, well, Grosjean...
the gap is around 41 points.
Yeah, it's still pretty much on, I would say.
41. So well, but we have to calculate Neon Racing because he was got second. Oh, where did he finish?
Kind of
You
forgot
know
about that. Maybe we'll
Okay.
just have to look at it after. So
Well, just have to look, but
Yeah.
I mean,
I
looks
think
very
we
good.
can calculate it through and then do it maybe next week in Brazil.
yep, we'll do that. So
Yeah, well done, Rosie. There's work
Yeah,
to do
so-
for us.
Yeah.
anyway, thanks guys, and big congratulations to you, Crimsonium, for
thank
winning
you.
the title. And
Yeah.
Thank you
and
very much.
we'll see you guys in the last
In
two
the-
rounds for securing that constructors title as well. So,
Yeah. Go and celebrate,
I
man.
hope so.
yep.
We'll
Have a
Alright.
good one, guys.
celebrate.
We'll
Right.
Oh, well.
jump to the next guys. So yep.
Right. Who's
And
next?
let's maybe try and bring JC
Our,
in. I
yeah,
guess we
our
have
race
to
winner, yeah.
get a
and
bit
then
of a
our
move
driver
on
of the day.
here.
Hello, sir.
JC, can you hear us? I read something about your mic being messed up, so maybe we might have to bring somebody else in. We can't hear anything from him at the moment. He's
Alright, in the
yelled so
meanwhile,
much into his mic.
there we go, there we
Oh,
go, there we
yes,
go. He's
Yes,
with
there
us.
we go.
Okay. I was talking all by myself.
Good evening, sir.
Okay.
What a dominant race. Where did you find that pace? Or
I
is it
mean, it was always there. I was always nervous in races, shaking, but now I think I got confidence up and it's all good.
Wow, man, that is some driving. There's not much we can ask you about incidents and stuff because you were out in front all on your own, man. You were just
Yeah.
cruising along.
I mean, I just want to say that the softs are shit on this track.
Yeah, you can't really attack on them in the first stint at all. You have to just manage them. That's the
Yeah,
that's the key.
I tried to pull away at the start, but I just couldn't. The tires were overheating.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, that's what it looked like to us, and I know that for a fact as well because those practices
Yeah.
that I've done, you just can't really attack on
yeah,
them at
I
all.
tried.
You just have
I
to
tried
not
to
slide.
fix this with the setup, but it
I
didn't
think you
work.
can't. I think regardless of setup, it's gonna be difficult.
Yeah.
But, maybe if you get something like overcast weather and very
I
low
mean,
tire
it was
temps,
light
might be
cloud, I
different.
think, today.
Yep,
So
yep,
it was a bit better than usually.
yep. But yeah, I guess there isn't really all that much to say. Very dominant performance from you.
Yeah,
And,
not much was happening.
Yeah, you were basically driving on your own and no
Well,
safety cars or even virtual safety cars today. So
I can
Yeah,
assure
I
you.
was kind of praying that a safety car wouldn't show up because I had penalties. Because I just
Yep.
didn't care, to be honest.
Yeah,
I had
but
the big gap.
with that pace today, I'm sure we could see you in tier 3 in the tier 2 in the very soon or very near future.
Maybe.
You think it would be
But
an option for you if you get the opportunity
Yeah.
to grab it?
I mean, obviously I would, but that's up to you guys to decide if I could move up a tier.
Well, you certainly made one hell of a statement today, sir. So we'll keep that in the back of our minds, and I'm sure the big boss was looking very closely at that race, and will be thinking, "What the hell is he doing now?" With having a look at all his tier 2 reserves also on the list. So it's a quite tough one at the moment for tier 2 because there's such a lot of fast boys on the bench that really needs and deserves their spot in tier 2. But unfortunately, the grid is full, and that the open seats just would not appear at the moment. But I'm sure next season would be a total different thing with a complete new game, complete new tiers. Everything's going to be overhauled. So just watch out and keep an eye out on the channels.
Will do.
All right, that's all from my side. Iceman, anything from you again?
just good job and putting that practice pace that you've already shown in earlier races as well. So putting that to
Yeah, well,
action.
Thanks.
yeah, nicely done, man. Congrats.
Okay. Thanks,
Bye.
man, and we'll talk to you in the next 2 rounds.
Bye.
All right,
Bye bye.
bye. Right,
So
let's
we
get our
still
driver.
have
Oh, let's get our DOT,
let's-
DOTD in.
Sonny.
Yeah, boy.
Yep. Oh, there we go. And maybe we can bring Shaka in as well, just to maybe speed it up tiny bit. But yeah, first of all, starting with Sonny. You are our driver of the day today. So starting P4, finishing P2
without penalties. That's a very good performance for you.
Thank you. I didn't
So-
expect it to get driver of the day today. I think JC was like above everyone today.
Yeah, but it's kind of
mopped the floor with us.
that is true, and yeah, it's not to take anything away from his performance, but it's sort of generally I like to pick up somebody else because that would be kind of double dipping. You win the race, you started on pole, and you get to be the driver of the day. So maybe
Fair
the
enough.
driver of the day could be somebody who actually sort of made a special performance. Perhaps didn't win the race, but just to get a mention out there. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking there anyway. Usually.
Yeah, big congratulations, man. Splendid drive. Did nothing wrong today, not even a bloody penalty. That is some extraordinary, how can I say, a job. Well done on Coda with that scary SS. All those dodgy slow corners and wide corners. I can assure you, I'll probably get 4 or 5 penalties.
Yeah, it was quite scary.
Nicely done. And Mr. Shaka, what about
Yeah,
you, sir?
hello,
I
hello.
see earlier in chat.
Before we go to Shaka, I want to give Sonny at least one chance to say something about his race. So how was it out there for you today?
Yeah, so it was quite okay. I picked I think like one position in first corner. So I think Neon had a bad start, and then I overtook Flash River, I think. So I was quite early on the P2. After the pits, I had to fight the traffic a little bit, and I picked 2 warnings. So for half of the race, there was Neon closing in from behind me. So I need to give kudos to him because he also had no penalties, and I was driving all the time with 2 warnings. And if I slipped it, he would get the position. He was closing in by a lot, so it was really, really close between us. I think if he had like 2 more laps, he would make it, but a bit lucky on that. Had a very close battle with him at the very beginning, so need to give him credit.
Okay, so that's your or our driver of the day speaking for you, ladies and gentlemen, and then joining us also in VC. Shaka, we decided to bring both of you guys in because I'm sure you guys were together in VC. So,
Correct.
How was it out there for you today, Shaka? Well, 12,
Yeah,
I think,
actually,
in the end.
12. Yeah, I got again a few on penalties. I didn't manage to race clean this time. I got also myself some penalties. But
Yeah, it's so easy to do here.
a bit more positive than I expected somehow. I have to say, very impressed on Kebab. He improved his pace a lot. I could not catch him, so this is very impressed on his performance.
It was actually the other pick for my sort of my honorable mention for driver of the day. Him.
Yeah, very impressive drive, I must say.
Yeah.
Also, he was, I think he wasn't very old hard at the end and still kept it in the track and at a good pace. So I must say, really good. No, it was a fun race at the back. Yeah, sadly we didn't manage to get to the points, but really good race. Interesting, entertaining race. Watching the gaps to everybody, trying to stay out of trouble, trying to keep your wing intact. Yeah, no, good stuff.
So just quick word from both of you guys. Brazil next. What are your hopes and dreams for that one?
I hope to crash early and retire.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I had terrible pace in Brazil. So last time in Tier 4,
Maybe
it was a horrible race. So yeah, we'll see.
I'm praying for rain in Brazil.
Yeah, actually,
I
maybe
think
that's
somebody
not
else
a bad
mentioned
idea.
this earlier, so be careful what you wish for.
Yeah,
but
it's not a bad track for rainy weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe rain is not a bad idea. Yeah.
We'll take this feedback and we'll see what the weather gods say for next week. All right. Do you have anything else, Wimpy? I think Wimpy is gone.
No, I'm good, thank you.
Okay, so I think thanks, guys, and we'll bring our last interview in I'll see you guys in Brazil next week, and maybe Shaka might be doing some other races if he's once again reserving or whatever, but we'll see.
I don't know about you.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
Kota, I don't know. Well, thank you. Bye.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye.
Okay.
Let's bring Neon Race in still. So Neon, our final interviewee, you've been patiently waiting there. So P3 today. Yes, right. That's right. Sorry, I
Yeah,
mixed
you,
up there.
you also had a
how was
really
it out there for you today? A little bit of a spin in the at the end of your first stint.
I'd like to just start. Whether this actually happened or not, I really need Codemasters to fix their game for the next year. Because again, whether it happened or not, I think my lights went out after everyone else's because I watched it back and everyone else had pretty inhuman reactions if it was actually if they went when my lights came out as well. So I think that's why my bad start happened.
Okay.
But yeah, the spin was just me not practicing enough, not realizing that even though my setup is had no tire pressure and low everything, just like to keep my tires in check. Even though that I did that, they still overheated, and I think that's why I spun. Was really worried that I almost ruined 2 other people's race, like coming into the pit. But luckily, I think none of us.
Yeah, nothing happened there.
Yeah, none of us got any damage.
Go and have a look on stream later on. There's a replay about that incident.
Yeah, I mean, I've got it recorded as well.
But yeah, you're definitely right that the softs are very, very dodgy, and I think there's even you will like overheat them a little bit at some point, but then it's just about controlling so you don't overheat them too much.
Yeah, it's I don't know. They were just really tough. Like my setup was pretty stable, but doing that last right-hander in the S's was absolutely awful. Just every single time I had to walk on eggshells for that.
It's a tough one for sure.
But yeah, other than that, it was a nice race. I had some pace. I could have started in P1, but I goofed up and didn't change my tires for that last lap, so I went back in on 2% more worn tires. But yeah, it was a nice like Sonny said, I was just really focused on catching him, but it was also I really didn't want penalties just in case he got that one penalty. So yeah, I was really careful with that.
All right, but yeah, you had a really, really good qualifying session though.
P3 in the end as well, and another podium. So the usual question that I ask just about everybody is how are you looking for the next race, which is Brazil, I think. So
I think from last week, I think my target is still standing. I'm still shooting for P2, and it looks pretty doable considering I think I'm gonna be overtaking Grosjean. Yeah, I am overtaking Grosjean. He spun. And
I think he didn't spin. It was Fortune Hunter who spun.
Oh, is it Fortune Hunter? Oh,
yep.
What place did Grosjean come in?
Just trying to check it.
I think it was
6th.
6th or 7th. I think it was 7th.
6th, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it'll be close, but yeah, I really my target is still standing for P2. But unlike everyone else, I really don't want rain. I'm not terrible.
I think it's Sonny who is a masochist, but who wants rain. But
I mean, rain's it's fun sometimes, but at the moment, let's just say I used to be better in the rain. I don't know what's happening right now, but I used to be better.
All right.
But yeah, so Brazil and Abu Dhabi. Brazil, I think I'm okay at. Not the best, but I think it'll be okay. And Abu Dhabi is going to be really fun.
Yeah, I also love Abu Dhabi for some reason. It's just a nice track. It's got a nice flow to it. I just love the track. Also Brazil.
Yeah.
I'm not the fastest on Brazil, but I love the track though. It's a really nice track. yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. But I think that's all about from my side, Icewind.
Yeah, I suppose so. So thanks, Neon, and thanks for waiting patiently there. There was a lot of people to interview, so
Nice.
I'll
Have fun.
see you in the next races again.
Yep. So yeah.
Bye bye. All right. Suppose that about wraps it up.
Yeah.
Do you have something else to play? No, I suppose not. So
nah, just end
what
of
else
intro.
do we have up on EGL this week? We have Tier 2 tomorrow.
Ooh.
Again at the same track as today. So you'll have yours truly, Wimpy, on track tomorrow. What are you thinking about that, Wimps?
Oh man, I don't know. I'm still deciding on running a proper setup, like as you've seen earlier.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure it out. Those tire temperatures is driving me crazy. Yeah, still need to try and find a way around it. But yeah, not very confident at the moment. It's obviously my first time driving Coda on a wheel this time around. Last season I was still on pad, but it's something to get used to. Like Mr. Van Beat says, sir, all the best of luck to you for, and also lots of respect for going over to the wheel from pad. It's a big improvement. You will not see it immediately. You will think you're slower, but I'm telling you now, give it 2 or 3 weeks, and you'll see the massive improvement. I know I speak from experience, and I never regret one day that I have gone from pad to wheel. So it's the best choice ever. All those guys on keyboards, think about it. If you can get a wheel, get a wheel. It's the right way to go, and especially consistency. It's the best thing you need. I mean, look at me. I've been previously. I've been up and down. I couldn't find my consistency on pad, but with the wheel, it's gone much better, and I started getting results. So it's definitely the right way to go. So on that note, Friday night. What do we have Friday night?
Tier 4. Also the same track, isn't it? So.
Oh yeah, I've noticed the drivers actually voted for the USA as well, Coda. And then of course on Saturday, Tier 2. No, I'm lying. Tier 1. SLR Tier 1.
Yep.
With our great Icewind here, that will be showcasing his talent and speed and pace on track.
Yeah.
Together with Mr. Great Ocean Chief. And then on Sunday we obviously have 2 SRL Tier 2 at 6 CEST and 2 SRL Tier 1 at 8 CEST. So,
right, so we have plenty of racing to come on EGL. Join us again tomorrow and the other days that we just mentioned.
Yeah, thank you for joining us tonight on track and in the commentary box. We'll see you guys tomorrow night, live back again with Tier 2. So until then, have a good night, stay safe, and enjoy the lockdown. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.